All right, if we jump into vol, you look at realized vol picked up significantly. You see the Parkinson numbers jumping by about 20 points to around 50 on Bitcoin, and we're up to around 68% realized on ETH. So that almost doubled on the week. Front end implies have also gone up in sympathy with that because of these swings being so wild, and therefore gamma working very, very well. Therefore, people wanting to own a bit of that. That does mean carry remains positive. So we're looking at just under 10 vols of positive carry still across the two assets because implied vols have kept pace with realized. The OHLC charts that show us kind of implied range versus what actually happened kind of show that most of the action did happen yesterday. We didn't really test the range until we broke down below it yesterday and then came straight back up. You can see Bitcoin came all the way back up, but Ethereum actually got whacked and didn't recover the entire move. So it definitely underperformed there. But other than that massive sort of intraday move yesterday, the other days were much less dramatic. Implieds, I do think, may have a bit of a drop after inflation data this week. Kind of depends on what the spot market does and whether it wants a big move either way. But yeah, probably some potential for short dated vols to come in a bit. If you look at the term structures, we can see here they went from very steep contango, which is the light blue, to the dark blue, where the curve's completely flipped into backwardation or inversion, right? So you look at the front end's up 8 or 9 vols in Bitcoin. It's up like 20 vols in Ethereum for this week, 13 vols for next week. So pretty pumped up vol levels, especially on ETH. Looking at the back end, we actually saw vol lower by about a point. If we go from June out to DEC this year, we're looking at about a vol point in Bitcoin and about a vol and a half in Ethereum. So long end vol grinding its way lower, whilst the front end catching a massive bid on this puke that we had yesterday and a spike in realized vol. You can see here we saw steepening of the curve as we normally do, sort of early last week, and we've been kind of since the 11th. So since the weekend, since non-farms pretty much, we've been working our way back up in terms of front end vol, where the curve is now looking much flatter, as you can see there. Ethereum front end vol, you can see it was trading quite a bit lower than the back end of the curve. Now it's trading higher. Looking at skews, we see short dated skew got as low as -4. So that's a put premium of -4, put premium of 4 vols basically, as people were like worried about the breakdown. But in that reversal yesterday, back up, we've seen that put premium evaporate and gone back close to neutral. So the front end weekly skew is just extremely spot sensitive, and it just chases spot around basically, right? So at the minute, the put premiums disappeared again. You can see that here in these term structures of skew. They were in steeper contango. They have started to flatten. They are still in contango. So whilst, we have got short dated put skew like close to flat or whatever, and no call skew, no call premium. If we go further out the curve out to June and December this year, we have got a good 5 to 6 vol point call premium still. So that call premium in the back end is going nowhere. All the put premium comes in to the front when we get these sharp flushes lower. That's just the nature of the beast. That's just kind of how the flows line up in crypto vol. But then as soon as the market bounces, if it has a significant bounce, then that skew flips back the other way. We haven't gone back into call skew. Maybe that could be a signal where if we do get back into call skew in the front, then maybe that gives us the green light to say, all right, the correction is done. That was a flush out. It's all kind of over with now. We can look higher again. Personally, I don't buy it just yet. I want to see more evidence of that. And until I see more evidence of that, I will probably want to stay a bit more hedged, basically. Relative value-wise, the ETH Bitcoin spot has been trending lower, as we said previously, showing no signs of reversal. ETH had a big drop, over 10% yesterday from its highs. So the vol has exploded. That has taken the front end vol spread to 20 vols. And that makes short dated vol look like a good sell, to be honest. If you think, we've had the flush and we're kind of going to chop around and kind of go sideways within quite a big range though, right? Remember the vol is like close to 80 now in that short end, but it does look like for those who have got the stomach for selling vol and selling gamma in crypto, ETH short dated vols at these levels look quite interesting, basically. I think using those sort of high vols to do strategies that are, well established, like wheel strategies or iron condor strategies, things like that, I think makes sense. And that is something I am going to start doing more systematically. So I'll talk a bit more about that later on.
Hi everyone, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Remember, this is just a little taster of what we do at Options Insight. To get access to all our research, including my in-depth vol market insights, flows and positioning report, and my portfolio trades, and a whole lot more, you can sign up at options-insight.com. I'll see you soon.